I don't know if anybody will be able to see this. So, Tribe fan, can you hear me? Good. Woohoo! Let me bring up my broadcaster. This is sleep. Okay. Okay, well, I am back here. I don't know whether this is going to be any better. I can at least now hear my voice, which makes me feel. Um. Well, this might. So why is it not? Network status. Okay. Hello, everybody. Trying this again. This time I am hooked up to the. I have it ported in through the Ethernet and whatnot. So I'm hoping this is better. It turns out the cable that I was using, this guy here, somehow it's either busted or I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of jiggering around here later on to figure out why that cable wasn't working this time, but this time this one is. So we're in good shape. Okay, so where was I? I was going to talk about, well, first off, I finally have the opportunity to fart around with my new PC a bit. Tonight, excuse me, actually, again, I'll show those who are just tuning in. Cigar City High Ally India Pale Ale. Good for Stratomatic baseball conversations and whatnot. Hi, Sebastian. Hi, Marvin. Good evening. Happy New Year to you all. I guess I didn't wish you guys that yet. But now I have, so hopefully that suffices. The four of you that are on here, well, I guess three and. So Larry might be the other one, or Tribe fan, or whatever. I have a window open here on my Kindle. Okay, so I transferred everything from our old PC, in terms of Stratomatic PC, to my new laptop. And what does that entail? You guys first off, we'll just take a few minutes to show you how you do this if you've never done it before. It's not too difficult, but it does take a little bit of time, especially the first time. It seems like to get the backup compiler going, it does take a bit of time and probably RAM resources, things like that, processing resources for it to kick in. And once it does, then it's a little bit quicker. But hopefully you are seeing my screen here. A couple of these are my son's creations, which are kind of like nonsensical, but that's okay. But I transferred them all over. You'll see here I don't really have. So I have 2008. I have 2016 and 2000 and maybe those are the only two I have. But these two are from the Phillies replay right there. Those two are the Phillies replay. This is from the History Maker. This was actually TBL 2.1. And it's still kind of like hanging around. But at one point or another, I had decided to kind of do hand stats with that anyway. So that's kind of just been sitting there. And I really haven't done anything with History Maker Baseball in about a year, probably. Then you got a bunch of things. You have two of them there for the 2016 Major Leagues, and that's one of my son's things. And then there's some other, the 2016 Majors, and then you've got this, which was, I think, an early attempt at me creating a league. And then I had Utah Mike had helped me put this particular league together and organized it, and this ended up being what I've done. But anyway, so let's take a quick thing. So what you need to do in order to transfer your stuff from your old PC to your new one, you need to come in here and like click on this league thing, and you go to the league menu. Let me do this again. You right click on that, you go to League, and then you come down to Backup League, and you click that. It then it gives you a window. I can click this because it just gives this window. You have to hit OK. I'm not going to do that because it will tie me up, and it might even slow down my computer if I do that. You would hit OK. Then, like I said, it kind of takes... I think mine took maybe... Of course, I started with the 2008 Phillies replay, which is a full season of results and everything. That may have been the reason it took so long, but after 5-6 minutes, it finally got to the point where it kicked in and did the actual backup. But anyway, I'm going to hit cancel here. So once you do that, then you go to... well, you won't be able to see that on... I could probably do this. I just need to give you... Where was that? Where was that? Can't you do more than one window? Oh, there's window capture. Here we go. There's File Explorer. So now I can come over here and show you this. So if you navigate to this PC, then you do your that, and then you go into your... So you go to your C drive is where I have my stuff stored. So again, you double click on your C drive, you double click on Stratomatic, then you see this backup folder right here. There's nothing... Well, there is a bunch of pictures of the old ballparks or the new ballparks or whatever. But in here will be where your backup files will be stored once you do that backup procedure. So you want to do that for all of your leagues that you have run that you want to transfer over. And now I can shrink that guy and maybe even close the stupid thing. I think at that point, so what you want to do is you want to take those things in that backup folder and transfer them onto like a thumb drive, or if you use like a cloud, iCloud or OneDrive or whatever the heck you use, you can drag those in there, you eject your thumb drive, or if it's OneDrive, it'll take probably no time at all. I don't think these files are particularly big, but it will just take a few moments for it to upload to the cloud. Then you go to your other computer and you can pull that stuff in either by inserting your flash drive or going to the cloud and pulling down all those files. Then two other things you will need to do in Strat-PC. You go up here to the File menu, and you see these two guys right here: remove game authorization, remove other authorizations. You're going to need to remove the other authorizations first, which will send a message back to the Stratomatic server that says, I'm no longer going to be using these. You'll have to do each season individually. Each of these other authorizations, I believe. You would go in, it'll bring up a window that says, let's see. I don't have any in here right now, so I need to bring in a roster that is downloaded from their server in order to do that. But what you would do is in my case, I had a couple of these things. I click that, hit remove, and what that'll do is, again, it'll send back to the server that says, I'm not using anymore. The next computer can input the code, and that will authorize the use within Stratomatic PC. Of course, the other thing that you should have already done at this point is, on your new computer, gone to Stratomatic website, downloaded the BB Setup 2017 file for Stratomatic Baseball. I believe the 2017 is still the most recent version, unless they're doing an update this year. So you will have had to have downloaded that, done the install using the setup, and so then what you would do is you would fire up the game the first time, and then it's going to come up with a window that says you need a code, your authorization code, and the trouble is that you still haven't deauthorized your old computer. So if you go back to the old computer, in the file menu there's remove game authorization. That's going to give you the code, and you can screen cap that, or you can just go to the Stratomatic website. Your code is saved there. If you go in login, you go to your account. If you go up to the top, there's you click on where it's got a little icon that I don't think does anything, but if you click on that, it has your username and it says my account. Under there you have authorizations or some kind of blurb like that, and in there it has all of your authorization codes. But anyway, when you do this in the file menu where you remove game authorization, again it tells the server, I'm no longer using it on this PC. You can reuse this authorization code for a different PC. So once you do that, then it closes the application on this computer, on the old computer, saying, Arrivederci, good luck trying to use this again. My son will not be happy probably because he won't be able to use it, but he hasn't really used it that constructively to begin with. But anyway, then you can go back to your new PC and again double click. It'll ask you for the code. You type in the code, it will unlock it, and it'll all be ready to go, and it will fire up with just probably your 2016 rosters, and that's it. So and then what you have to do is again bring in the old they were LZP, I think is the name of, or the file extension for the backup files. So make sure you bring those onto this PC, and you go over here to the league menu and it says restore league, and you click on that, and then wherever you stored those files, you might have put them on your desktop, you could click desktop. You could do, in my case I'd put them on a thumb drive. You would go to this PC and come down here. It does not, my thumb drive is not plugged into the PC right now, so it does not show up, but I have, it was drive E that was down below the D drive. So you would just double click in there, or again if you drug it from the thumb drive, it would again be on your desktop or somewhere like that, and you just click on that and hit open, and it will basically do the opposite operation of what you watched it do on the original PC. So that's basically it. That was a rather lengthy description of how you would do it, but hopefully it has some because I did it tonight, it's kind of the experience I had with it. 5 watching now, nice. Okay. And I see 1 like. I appreciate you hitting the thumbs up. We've keep trying to grow the channel. We've crossed the 1,000 barrier. We are pretty jazzed about that. Okay. We can now take a look at, now the question that I have is going to be whether or not when I do, like I open up statistics, if that's going to think it's a different window, and so it might not, so I'm just bear with me. So if you use Strat PC, obviously if you're going to play a game, you come up here to new scheduled, and it will be like your next game, like May 21st is the next game, and you can see there's 4 games scheduled. I'm not going to do that right now. Instead, I'm just going to look, save any changes. Let's say no. If you want to look at the statistics, and that's kind of what I wanted to do here, what we can do is we can go to League Stats, and now the question is, it won't, but guess what? First off, let's window. Yeah, I can remove this guy now. But now I need to add a new source, screen capture, blah, 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 blah. Aha. Aha. How about that? I'm smarter than I look. Okay, so just as a primer on what's been going on, and I can actually do this a little more often now because this is quite a bit easier than printing out sheets and horsing around with, trying to hold up the thing in front of the camera and all that. Instead, I can just screen share with you, and if anybody really cares, you can see this stuff. Of course, this has been so sporadic that, and I take some culpability for that, but, life. Anyway, so, yeah, let's take a look. 2016 Miami. The Marlins currently in the lead. Obviously, the Marlins with Stanton still there, with D. Gordon. I think he was actually maybe suspended during this period, but you got Real Muto still there. He might still be there anyway, but you got, the MVP candidate that went to Milwaukee. Man, the left fielder. His name is escaping me now. It'll come back to me when someone posts it here. Man. Actually, the best thing to do is probably just to go to... no, then I'll have to... keep thinking Eric something, but that's not it. Christian Yelich. Thank you, John. I don't know why that... Maybe the beer getting to me. 2 sips. Christian Yelich. Yeah. Okay, 2016 Pittsburgh, 11-7. How the mighty have fallen from this league. If you move fast forward to 2018, and the top 3 there are not in such good shape. But anyway, Oakland is not so bad. Toronto, they're kind of going downhill. Detroit's never returned. But then you got the Angels kind of floundering around again, and you got the Yankees are significantly better. San Diego, surprisingly in this league here, so this is all 2016 teams. And again, maybe I should give a quick appraisal of what a tenacious league is. Random 10 teams selected from a set. My thought was select them randomly, see if that's a good way to perform sort of a decent sample size. And I figured taking 10 random teams would mean you should get some good ones, some bad ones, and, see how it works out. Maybe you'll get a team from a division that was especially tough and finished maybe 3rd or 4th, and maybe they will do better in this kind of a situation than they did in real life. But anyway, then it's it's kind of like in soccer you have home and home, double round robin. In the Premier League, that's 38 games for a 20-team league. In this case, 10-team league, we're not doing a home and home each game. We're doing a home and home series. So 3-game series at home, 3-game series away against each team in the league. Excuse me. That is 18 times 354, right? Yeah. Yes. Let's have some more beer, Earl. So 54, and then we did a playoff system in the first one, and my next carrying out or whatever of the league. I've done a couple of them, and neither of them have gotten to the point of being close to being done. But hey, we can start making some work on this. It's a new year. It's a new day. Turn over a new leaf. Get back on the wagon. All that good stuff. Get back on the wagon. I think that's right. Anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing. So 10 teams. No, we're not doing 5 from the AL, 5 from the NL, unless random.org, when you do the rolls, bring up 5 of each. In this case, we've got national, American, national, American. So that was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 American League teams, 4 nationals. That's okay. We have a couple of we have 2 of the National League teams from the East. We've got 1 from the West and 1 from the Central. And in this case, we've got 2 from out West and from the American. We got 2 from the Actually, we got 3 from the AL East, which is interesting, but no Boston. And then you got, so that may be less interesting for some fans. And we got the Tigers, a rather mundane offering from the AL Central, but that's okay. They will get their wins. They already have 6. Probably not too bad for a team that was kind of going through some transition there. So, 12-5 for Miami. Still lots of time, so 17 games in if you haven't figured it out. Actually 18 for quite a few of the teams. And my wife's going to bed here soon, so I better wrap this up in a few minutes. But 2 teams tied at 11-7, Pittsburgh and the Mets. Oakland 10-7. Blue Jays at 500. 444 for the Orioles, 7-10 for the Pods, who are ahead of the Yanks and the Angels, and then Detroit. So, what can we find here? Can we find any other? We could do some league leaders here if you like that. Stanton bashing the ball, 426. Average. Let's see your home runs. Stanton also doing well there, tied for the league lead with 7. And your RBIs, he is just 1 behind the lead. So, Triple Crown isn't going to be quite as prestigious in this league, with it being sort of a third of the league. But that's okay. Maybe that'll make it easier for someone to get, maybe you actually have a chance of seeing it. But he'll probably tail off. The Marlins probably not going to finish that high. But yeah, that's that. Pitching, haven't gone through a lot yet. Trying to see where are my pitching stats here. Pitching stats. Oh, here we go. There we go. Verlander 155, DeGrom 171, Anibal Sanchez. No, sorry, Aaron Sanchez. I have a couple of Sanchez's with an A as their first initial in this league. Syndergaard, Tillman, Fernandez, the late Jose Fernandez, Marco Estrada. And I'm going to have to hang it up here pretty quickly. So, maybe I'll do another one of these after we do a couple more. Maybe we do another series. 15 games basically. 5 matchups, 3 games for a series. Yeah, that works. But, alright, I'm going to close that. And I'm going to sign off here, but Scott, you're only just a little late. Hi, Juan. Okay, I'm glad you found the charts, and I have not had a chance to get out Soccer Blast yet. It's been a crazy couple of weeks here, and fortunately I was able to get a stream of this down, and I'd like to get a stream of some actual game playing down before too long. Look to this weekend, as I've got a couple things going on Thursday and Friday. But anyway, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for checking this out. If you have any questions on how to... That's kind of weird. Oh, is this... I have 2 different screens there, don't I? Let's see, what can I do? I wonder which one is which. This is in front, so I can... that doesn't help me. I can remove this one. Aha! If you have any questions on how you do the transfers, if you have had any issues, if you have any comments on whether you have any tips for others setting up leagues or whatever, you're welcome to leave them here in the comments. But I need to sign off and go hit the hay, try and finish off what beer I have left. But yeah. So look, I think I'm gonna have to do some baseball here too, here in the near future. I got to get back sort of into a groove, and baseball is a quick enough game that I can kind of get a few things done and feel like I'm getting something accomplished. As much as I do like the other games, that's probably what I'm going to do here for the short term. So hopefully this weekend I'll get a game in on the channel here, and check out our friends. I saw Combat Painter and Baseball Demos have both been doing some games on here. So hit like, subscribe, tell your friends. Tabletop Baseball Plus, Happy New Year, everybody. And till next time, keep those dice a rolling, and we will see you soon.